The air hung heavy. It was thick with the scent of lilies and unspoken grief. Sunlight struggled to pierce the stained glass windows of the old church. It cast long shadows that danced with the flickering candle flames. Family and friends huddled together, their faces etched with sorrow. They had come to say goodbye to Grandpa, a man who had lived a life full of stories, most of which had been shared only in hushed whispers. Grandpa was a quiet man. He was a man of few possessions, and even fewer words. He lived a simple life, finding solace in his garden, his books, and the company of his loved ones. No one knew the extent of his past, or the secrets that he held close to his heart. He had always been an enigma, a puzzle that no one could quite solve. Despite his reserved nature, Grandpa had a way of making everyone feel seen. He had a twinkle in his eye that spoke of a mischievous spirit, a playful soul that belied his quiet demeanor. He possessed a wisdom that seemed to emanate from the very core of his being. He was a man who listened more than he spoke, offering a comforting presence rather than unsolicited advice. As the funeral service began, memories flickered through the minds of those gathered, each recollection a precious fragment of a life well lived. There was a shared sense of loss, a void left by the passing of a patriarch. Yet, amidst the sadness, there was also a sense of curiosity. Whispers of Grandpa's past and the secrets he might have held swirled like the dust motes dancing in the pale sunlight. The service was a blur of tearful eulogies and melancholic hymns. Grandpa's children, now grown with families of their own, stood stoically as they shared anecdotes of their father. Each story, tinged with both laughter and tears, painted a vivid picture of a man who was deeply loved and respected. There was Sarah, the eldest, her voice trembling as she recalled her father's unwavering support during her tumultuous teenage years. John, the middle child, shared humorous tales of their fishing trips, his voice cracking as he remembered his father's infectious laugh. And then there was Emily, the youngest, her eyes filled with a profound sense of loss as she spoke of her father's quiet strength and the way he always knew how to make everything all right. As they spoke, a palpable sense of unity filled the church. The family, brought together by grief, found solace in their shared history, their bonds reinforced by the bittersweet memories they carried in their hearts. For a brief moment, the weight of their loss was eased by the comfort of knowing that they were not alone in their grief. They had each other, and in that shared sorrow, they found a glimmer of strength. The service drew to a close, and the mourners slowly made their way out of the church, their footsteps echoing in the now silent space. The family lingered, their faces etched with exhaustion and the lingering traces of tears. They stood by the coffin, each lost in their thoughts, their silence a testament to the depth of their grief. Just as they were about to follow the funeral procession, a man approached them. He was tall and thin, with a neatly trimmed beard and wire-rimmed glasses perched precariously on the bridge of his nose. He introduced himself as Mr. Thompson, Grandpa's lawyer, and explained that he had something important to discuss with them. A wave of confusion washed over the family. Grandpa had never mentioned a lawyer. He had always handled his own affairs, preferring the simplicity of a life unburdened by legal complexities. What could this man possibly want? Their minds raced, filled with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. Mr. Thompson, sensing their unease, offered a reassuring smile. He suggested they adjourn to Grandpa's house, a modest brick bungalow nestled on a quiet street lined with oak trees. With hesitant steps, the family followed him, their minds awhirl with questions. What secrets did Grandpa hold? And what was this unexpected inheritance that Mr. Thompson spoke of with such gravity?